Hi guys, welcome back. Maybe I should come up with my own intro because that makes me sound a little bit too Jeffree Star-ish. But I am back with a little bit of a new setup because I am going to be starting my own podcast. Well, more podcast like videos, I will always have a passion for makeup. That's something that's never gonna like leave me. Like I feel like it's a really good way of me being able to express myself. And I feel like I've accomplished a lot in my makeup career. Well, enough so far where I'm like, okay, like let's venture out. Let's see what's out there for me. Let's see what else I can be creative with. And I feel like I'm always the type to like listen to people and hear what they have to say. And um, that's beautiful, like I love talking to people. I love listening to people. I really genuinely like listening to people. But I think that it's also my time to have people listen to me and listen to what I have to say and, have like back and forth somehow of what I have to say. But I feel like another passion of mine that I don't talk about a lot is the occult. I love anything that has to do with like spirituality or like paranormal stuff or ghost things. That's always something that I've always loved, believe it or not, and I feel like I don't talk about it enough. And I feel like by coming on here, I can tell you guys stories. I mean, I don't personally have any of my own, and I think that's why I'm so intrigued, right? Lord knows never to let me see anything though. Like that's something I never want to see like an appearance or anything like that. Um that's where I draw the line. And whenever I do hang out with like let's say my best friend, one thing we always disagree on is what do we want to watch. Automatically I'll be like, let's watch something scary. You know, that's like the first thing, something haunting, something paranormal. And that is like the only thing we always disagree on, right? Because, you know, um, I feel like when you dip your toes into all of that, shit is bound to happen. But I mean, at the same time, no, because I know I'm protected. So, you know. So yeah, these are things that have always interested me and that I have never talked about. And I want to share stories with you guys, like maybe do a research on something and find out so and so, like I love conspiracy theories, like even be as basic as that because I know that's like trending. But that's something that I've always been intrigued in, like how they say that like JFK like got killed because he knew everything about aliens. And I remember saying that theory in my history class. I think it was my junior year. I was a I think I was a junior and I brought that up and everybody laughed at me and I'm just like, but now y'all think it's cool. But I swear to God the whole class laughed at me and my teacher just looked at me and he just laughed. But it is a theory, like he just knew too much. And sometimes people just know too much, things that they shouldn't know. And same with Marilyn Monroe, like, of course she's gonna know too much because she was kicking it with him. Like with pillow talk, they're gonna say stuff, words are gonna be said, exchanged, and maybe that's why she also died. So these are things I want to talk about. And maybe we can talk about like the origin of where all these like mal de ojo things came about, because I carry a jade bracelet and my mal de ojo, but there has to be reasoning behind these things, beliefs behind these things. Like, like why do people believe in these things so much? And it also is culture, yes. But that's why we can just like dig a little bit deeper. Um, I work in an office setting now, And, I've been listening to podcasts, and a podcast that I came about again was a podcast that was like popular back in the 90s and the 2000s, called La Mano Peluda. Our generation might not be too familiar with it because obviously I wasn't even born yet in 1995, and that's when the show came about. But it was a lot of callers calling in and telling their paranormal scary stories, right? And there's a case in particular that I want to talk to you guys about, maybe in the next episode, because I still have to do my research. But this case is the reason why they say that the host of La Mano Peluda died, which is really interesting. Because then you get into, like, once you start talking about these things, he did this for a living. So, and he died in a mysterious way. So it's like people want to blame, the spiritual side of it. Like, oh, well, maybe he just like dipped his feet into things that he wasn't supposed to. And, you know, other realms took care of his death, I guess. Or, like, was he just like really sick? But that is a case that I will talk about maybe in my next episode because it's really interesting. Um, you know, but yeah, things like that I've never have like I've never expressed this side of me, or not even expressed, but just like have opened up this side of me where I love, all these scary stuff. Like, I just do. Um, and of course, it's going to take research, it's going to take a lot of my time to bring like these awesome topics to you guys. So, if you guys have anything in mind for me to talk about, let me know, please. But yeah, I mean, I remember going to Mexico and my cousins always scaring me with stories about my grandma's house. And it's funny because I was there like 2 weeks ago, which was an amazing experience. I loved seeing my family after like 10 to 12 years, which is already ridiculous, on its own. But I didn't experience anything paranormal. I did ask about all these stories that I was told when I was little, but none of them were confirmed. So I think it was just my cousins playing tricks on me, which I'm like, but I love them. They were amazing to go visit. Like I said, it was just like I said, it was just an experience that I can't explain. Um, just seeing your family, like it's just amazing. It's just amazing to be. I have no words. I think that's all I can really say. Um, I saw my grandma after so long. Like, that's even crazy to me. Like, that it's like once you go visit this side of you, um, you really connect the dots with how you are in a sense. Like, I feel like me and my family are very similar in a lot of ways, but we're also very different, obviously. But looking at my grandma, like, she literally like looks like me. Well, I look like her, and my mom looks like her, and I look a lot like my mom. So it's just crazy that we're just all very connected, but yet we're so far away. It's very sad, but um I was looking at her and I was just like, wow, like we look alike. Like, it's so crazy. Like, seeing her, I felt like I was seeing my mom, but then I look like my mom, and we have very similar features, so it's just mind blowing. But she's a very funny lady. She's so cute. Um, but yeah, so I didn't experience anything paranormal. Back to that. Um, I was even scared to sleep in her room because that's where I heard that a lot of stuff went down, but nothing went down because nothing happened. And I'm pretty sure there was just like tales that they were telling me to scare me, you know? Um, but nothing happened, luckily, because God knows to not let me see, no type of fucking ghost, because I will literally have a heart attack. Like there has been instances where I feel like um I like maybe have seen something out of the corner of my eye, or like felt something, but I never see anything, thankfully. I feel like my intuition and my senses are very in tune. So thank God. You know, I do be having like these weird like nightmares, I guess you can say. Like I think the other night I dreamt, it's just so weird because it'll be in my room where I feel like I can't move, right? But there's no, I don't see anybody, because I know people have like, what are those things called? What is that phenomenon called? It's where you get sleep paralysis, right? I don't see anybody, but I just can't move and everything is dark, which is actually very ironic because I feel like I am scared of the dark, because I actually sleep with my TV on, well, this light on, and I'll have something playing on my phone. Like I have to have something playing on my phone. And like in these dreams, it'll be like I'm awake, but literally no one can hear me. I can't move, and it's just dark. But like I don't see anybody. I just sense like something is there. I don't know if you guys have ever had those type of dreams, which is, crazy, because I hear that with sleep paralysis, a way that this happens is because you're sleeping boca arriba, so to prevent sleep paralysis, you don't want to sleep boca arriba, because that's when they say que se te sube el muerto, según, that's what they call it, right? um but yeah, like I never see anybody, I just can't move, and it does not feel good. It's kind of scary. So those are dreams I do have often, but I am noticing that I have those a lot when I'm very tired, because that night I was exhausted, and I still on top of that could not sleep. So that night I only got like an hour of sleep. But yeah, it's weird when I have dreams like that, and I don't like them because they feel so real. And yeah, was not cool. But that's like the most I've ever experienced, thankfully. But like I said, it's all gonna come with research, and I had to do my research and really go into these cases and see what I find and what type of topics. And I think that's gonna be fun to, just get out of my comfort zone. I feel like I'm very analytical when other people talk. I soak in a lot of what they say, which is can be very good or bad, but I feel like I learn from other people as well whenever they tell me their experiences, anything they go through. So, you know, I think that's all I can really say, and I feel like this will be a very nice chapter. I don't know, I hope I'm not boring, but sorry. Um yeah, I hope I'm not boring, because like I said, I don't have too many experiences of my own, but I will promise to bring you really good stories and cases of things, Um, but yeah, I just think that, this is something that I just need to do and take that jump and get out of my comfort zone and try things out if I want things to happen for me. And we'll just see where it goes. But this might be a short video. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little EP, I guess I can call. It's not even 30 minutes long, which is crazy, because how am I supposed to do an hour podcast if I don't even have 30 minutes of things to say? But yeah, these are just ideas. I guess this is what it's about. It's supposed to be raw, it's supposed to be uncut. I don't want to have like hella edits in these, but um yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys were able to hear me out. I will get better. I will get better at this. I promise. Um, but with that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed day after I was just talking about horrible things and demonic shit. Um, yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing life. You know, life is beautiful, and that is something that I'm learning. And, you know, maybe that's another topic that we can talk about. But, you know, I kind of want to keep it like occult and mysterious. But life is mysterious, actually, right? I don't know. I'm just going on a tangent. But yeah, I just, you know, appreciate life. Life is beautiful. And it took me a long time to say that. So just know that I mean it, you know? Um, but with that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed day, a beautiful life, because you deserve it. Okay? And other than that, I will see you guys on episode 1. Bye. And